Morning. So today we are going to discuss about the topic exposure assessment. In the last few classes, we were discussing about the health risk assessment. So in health risk assessment, we have discussed about the hazard identification, and also we have discussed about the dose response characteristics. Now, what is meant by exposure assessment and how to conduct exposure assessment as a part of the risk study or hazard study. So exposure assessment. Exposure assessment. So actually, what is the definition of exposure assessment? To define exposure assessment, we can write it as to quantify the potential amount, to quantify the potential amount or dose of the chemicals received. Chemicals received by humans through all relevant exposure pathways. Okay. So this is the definition. Exposure assessment means to quantify the potential amount or dose of the chemicals received by humans through all relevant exposure pathways. Now, hazard means there is a source. There is a source at which some toxic effect is produced. There is certain substance which will produce some form of toxic effect. You call it as the hazard. I told that a hazard is there. Then there is a pathway. Pathway means a hazard is present at the source, and from the source, how the hazard will be making toxic effect to the different vulnerable population. So what is the path or what is the route by which the hazard is reaching the exposed community? For example, if humans is the exposed community or human is the receptor, from the source, how the hazard will be toxically affecting the human population. You call that channel of transmission as the pathway. Okay, now you consider the different exposure pathways. There are a large number of different exposure pathways. Now, what is the potential amount or what is the dose of chemicals that is received by the humans through all the relevant exposure pathways? Considering all the relevant exposure pathways, what is the potential amount or dose of the chemicals that is received by the humans? You call this process the quantification process, by which the amount or dose of the chemicals, the quantification process by which the amount or dose of chemicals received by humans is reaching the exposure pathway. You call it as the exposure assessment. Now, there are different pathways or different ways by which this exposure is occurring. One is the inhalation pathway. Inhalation pathway means the chemical is directly, the chemical or the hazardous substance or the hazardous source is directly emitted into the air. Okay, there is no human action involved in the transmission. It is directly emitted into the air. And as a part of emission into the air, it will be directly inhaled by the community. So that is one pathway. You call it as the inhalation pathway. Okay, the toxic substance or the hazardous substance is directly emitted into the inhalation pathway and it is directly reaching the receptor population. So this thing you can write it as it is a way of acute and chronic exposure, because directly the receptor population is inhaling this hazardous substance. So it is there is a chance of acute and chronic exposure occurring due to this inhalation pathway. Another one is a multiple exposure pathway. Multiple exposure pathways. So in multiple exposure pathways, you have a primary pathway and a secondary pathway. Primary and secondary pathways are present. And these primary and secondary pathways include, you have the air, you have the soil, you have the water, and also you have the food. These are the different pathways. Okay, so exposure assessment means the potential amount or dose of the chemicals received by humans. What is the potential amount or what is the dose of all the chemicals received by humans through all the relevant exposure pathways? You are quantifying it. Okay, now there are two ways of quantification. There are two ways by which the dose will be, the hazard will be reaching the exposed community, that is the inhalation pathway, and through another multiple exposure pathways. Inhalation pathway means that is directly being inhaled by the consumers or by the community, whereas multiple exposure pathway include different channels or different medium of transmission like soil, air, water, food, etc. These are the different exposure pathways. Okay, so this is the basic thing about the exposure assessment. Now the question is how this exposure can be estimated. Okay, how the method, how the assessment of exposure. So for assessing the exposure, there are two methods. One is a direct method. Direct method means if a population is exposed to a particular hazard, definitely we are dealing with human health risk assessment. So the health indicators of the particular population need to be tested. Medical testing need to be done on the health indicators. So what are the different health indicators on which the medical testing can be done, and which will give an idea on the amount of toxins generated or toxins affected. So the blood fluids, body fluids like blood, urine, etc. can be tested for the presence of some chemical hazardous substances. That is one direct method of assessment of exposure. Another method is predictive modeling. In direct method, you are collecting the blood sample, urine sample, etc. and testing for the presence of toxin. Whereas in predictive modeling, in the environmental media, what is the concentration of chemicals? Okay, assessing the concentration of toxins in the environmental media and then estimating the exposure. Estimating the exposure using mathematical principles. Okay, so this is a more computive method. There is no direct measurement, but what is done is in the different environmental media, find out what is the amount of or what is the concentration of toxins present in the different environmental media. And as part of this assessment, then using the principles of mathematics, a prediction or modeling for understanding or estimating the exposure can be made. Okay. So that is the different methods for assessment of exposure. Now, another one is to estimate the exposure. So estimation of exposure is the need. Then you cannot go for estimation without prior knowledge of certain attributes. So there should be some knowledge about the certain attributes. First one is what are the chemicals of concern? Chemicals of concern. Then receptor characteristics. Receptor characteristics, then pathways and duration or frequency of assessment. Duration of frequency of assessment. These are the different previous knowledge required for assessing or for estimating the exposure. What are the chemicals of concern? You will be having a stream of different chemicals, right? So in this different chemicals, which are the chemicals that need to be given specific consideration for addressing this issue of exposure assessment? So that is required. What are the chemicals of concern? Then what are the characteristics of the receptors? Actually, when we discuss about the receptor characteristics, we have said that what is the age group of population, whether children are there, whether old people are there, whether pregnant or lactating women are there. So such vulnerability of the receptor group will be decided by their age factor, their gender factor, their health factor, and the history of disease in that particular receptors, right? So the characteristics of receptor is highly important when this estimation of exposure is done. Next one is pathway. What are the different pathways and which pathway is posing more hazard, or which is the pathway through which there is a chance of severe exposure? Such a study or such a knowledge background work need to be done. Next one is what is the duration or frequency of assessment? How frequently you are performing this assessment. So this much knowledge is highly essential in a toxicology study. Okay. Next one is toxicity assessment.